What's up, everybody? My name is Chris. This is Jeff. Welcome to Cref.
All right, guys. Wandavision episode 9, the final
Season
episode.
finale.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I was certain there was going to be more episodes,
Me too.
but I was totally off on that. I mean, maybe because I'm still on Mandalorian mode where there was like 12 episodes. But yeah, there's only 9 episodes. It feels like it's been a longer journey than it has been.
I think it's a good idea because you just keep it short, you keep it concise, and it's good. Yeah.
I mean, without knowing what's going to happen, I definitely feel like there's probably going to be more, but we'll see. But before we get into the discussion, guys, if you want to skip straight to the reaction, we're going to put the time in the description box down below, or you can skip to this time right here, right? But yeah, so in the last episode, right? What we saw was sort of like a flashback of Wanda's past, right? We saw Agatha take her sort of through the different aspects of her past, starting with her childhood, right? We see why it was a sitcom. We saw the fact that, her and her family, Wanda and her family used to watch these sitcoms and these DVDs, right?
Again, if you haven't watched our other reaction episodes for Wandavision, definitely go back and watch those. But if you remember from the last episode, one thing I was kind of expecting was, I expected that there to be some sort of explanation, maybe some other character that came in and gave Wanda this power to be able to create the hex. But we found out she just basically went Super Saiyan based on her emotions, based on her grief, and she's able to create the hex. That's basically what happened. I was a little disappointed by that. Not gonna lie, but that's what it is.
I mean, again, right? There's this buildup from the beginning that Wanda is dealing with all these different emotions, right? From the very first episode, right? You can tell that she is hanging on for dear life to this reality that she's created, right? And as the episodes kind of go on, you realize more and more that Wanda's gone through a lot of this trauma, right? And this is something that our viewers in our first reaction videos talked about. The commercials, the realities, all kind of a manifestation of Wanda's trauma, right? And this last episode definitely showed that, right? Because you see, just all the stuff she's gone through, right? And so, they're losing her parents, right? Losing her brother, losing Vision, right? And it kind of makes sense that the culmination of that would be, like you said, Chris, her going Super Saiyan and just the full brunt of her emotion just exploding and creating this strange, this hex, this alternate reality.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little disappointed because if it's just based on her trauma, and if it's based on her grief, right? I really liked this kooky, zany world of sitcoms that exists and doesn't exist at the same time because it's weird. It's meta, right? And the fact that, eventually has to go away, again, because if you think about, if there's going to be a second season, third season, what are they going to do, right? It's just going to be like, now we're out of the hex, and so it's just more Wanda and Vision and their adventures, or fighting villains or whatever. Or they might do maybe like a mini Avengers with what's her name, the daughter, the captain, Monica, right, where she has powers. I don't know what's going to happen, but the fact that we're not really going to sitcom territory anymore, the way we started, kind of has me feeling a little bit, I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, you know what? To be honest, I knew that was going to evaporate because it's just a gimmick. At the end of the day, it's just a gimmick, and it was a good gimmick. That, I mean, granted, it had a backstory, right? Because again, she used to watch sitcoms when she was little, so I'm glad that was there. But it was a gimmick. It was definitely sort of that thing, that hook to get people, invested and be like, oh, what is this? Why is this?
It makes great commercials and ads, right? You guys probably been seeing so many ads for Wandavision on YouTube, right?
And so, I mean, again, what I think is that now that we know that, here's what's been established. Right, Agatha wanted to see how Wanda was able to do this. She's seen it, right? And there's some speculation. Maybe Agatha needs Wanda's power for some reason. We don't know why. But what she reveals is that, you're using chaos magic. You're the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I've obviously heard of the Scarlet Witch, right? Like, that's the kind of superhero name that she's given. She's never referred to that in the movies, right? And so this is the first time it's like, you're the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Dark Phoenix, right? It's like, I guess it's a similar kind of thing. Like, it's like a set role, a set name.
Right.
Just like Dark Phoenix.
Is that some sort of mythical figure?
Chaos magic.
I'm curious to see what that means, or what this chaos magic is, right? I mean, the way things currently stand, right? We have Agatha, who has Wandavision's kids, right? We have Vision sort of now, cognizant of what's going on, right? We also have this white Vision.
Right, after credit scene.
Yeah, we saw that, right?
Mid-credit scene.
Yeah, and so some people were saying that, okay, this Vision is actually in the comics, and he's like a Vision who doesn't have any emotion. And so, Chris, one thing you speculated was that, okay, maybe this episode you're going to see that Vision and actual Vision kind of like fuse, and that's how Vision's going to be able to exist out in the real world.
Maybe, yeah. They might find a way around that. It could just be like, okay, now Vision's real.
Yeah.
He's back. Go.
Yeah.
But, this could be, if they wanted to do it this way, that could be an interesting way to kind of get around the rule of, okay, well, what's in the hex and what's outside of the hex?
Yeah.
Does it exist? Does it not exist? Because, again, if you remember, when Wanda goes like full, creating the hex, right, you see Vision kind of come out of her.
Come out of her, yeah.
Right?
That was unexpected.
So the question remains, because remember, Vision tried to escape the hex and he started to break apart, right?
Yeah,
the question stands, if he leaves, does that happen to him? Or is he able to exist outside the hex? And if he can't, I guess the natural thing would be, okay, well, why doesn't he like possess the white Vision that's like real outside the hex, and then you have Vision come back?
One thing is for sure, there's going to be some sort of showdown between that Vision and Wanda, probably.
White Vision seems to be like not like a first season villain, because like why would you introduce, I guess, such a big, maybe it's not a big villain, but such a big villain right when the season's about to end, right? Like you would think you kind of like tease the villain like Agatha and then kind of face off with him at the end, but instead in the episode right before the season's finale, it's like, oh, by the way, there's a new villain. So to me, I'm not sure like they'll defeat him in the season finale. Like that wouldn't make sense to me. I would think you carry him into the second season.
But the thing is, I don't think look, I know nothing about this white Vision, but to me, he just doesn't seem like a amazing villain, because it's like, he's just Vision. It's just an alternate form of Vision. I'm like, I think they can do better. And someone like Agatha, I prefer a bad guy like Agatha, because it's like, okay, they have their own motivation. They have their own sort of, goal. And with Agatha's, we still don't know what it is aside from, okay, get Wanda's power or something, right?
Yeah.
And, to your point, Chris, I was hoping that there was somebody else pulling the strings, not just Agatha, somebody who, was sort of influencing this and, was the one that gave Wanda the ability to create the hex and all these sort of things. But it looks like that's not going to be the case.
You know what? One thing would have been interesting. Remember how Agatha like kills her mother like in the flashback?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if like her mother, like her dead mother's spirit, is like somehow giving Wanda some powers or something, and there's like a face off that way. I thought we like to speculate about potential stories like this, and I think that would have been kind of interesting versus, I don't know what we got.
Yeah, I guess. I think that's just a little way out there for Marvel, because I think the flashback was just more meant to just show that Agatha is kind of a traditional witch and she craves power, and Wanda is this person with power, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, if Agatha is sort of the vehicle that they're going to use to sort of reveal that, okay, Wanda is the Scarlet Witch and all these sort of things, and that's fine. I think she was a great character throughout the entire series. I'm glad they didn't underutilize her. I'm glad she was actually somebody, because I think she was kind of the standout character in this show.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this last episode. I'm excited to see how they're going to carry over into potential other seasons of this show. If they're going to kind of tease for the other shows in the Marvel universe, how they're going to do it. I'm sure, knowing Marvel, they have a plan.
Yeah, so here's what I think, right? I think that, we should think about some predictions we have for this episode, because we haven't read any spoilers, haven't read any articles, haven't really looked into this at all. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Number one, they're going to resolve something, whatever is the deal with Quicksilver, right? I think they're going to bring him back, and they're going to
I forgot about
right?
Quicksilver.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Second thing is with White Vision, either they're going to do what I said, which is they're going to somehow fuse them, or there's going to be a big fight with him. The after credits scene, I bet you there is one. Maybe it's going to have something to do with Doctor Strange or something. I heard that Doctor Strange and
I don't even want to
WandaVision,
speculate that much, but
I think that could be a thing, because they're both magical or whatever. So those are kind of my three predictions about what it's going to be in this episode.
Okay, yeah. Look, we'll see. You guys had your predictions too, so we will see if any of that happens. I'm sure it's going to be a good episode.
Watch out.
So sit back, relax, guys, and let's get started. Okay.
Season finale.
Wow.
It's been a journey. It has been a journey through this show.
Only 9 episodes. I
know.
like it's been longer.
Yeah. I think the production value is just so good, and it's so high that each one feels like a movie,
Yeah.
So.
All right, so right back where we left off.
Got the kids.
Oh, got him.
That was easy.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, she's taking her power.
Whoa, that's cool.
What the?
What?
Oh!
Dang. It's Kamehameha'd her. Oh, so she can take her magic? Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
I wonder if that's all magical characters in the Marvel Universe.
Oh boy. Oh! Oh, she did that in Civil War too, with the cars.
Classic Scarlet Witch move.
Oh, it's kind of like in Wizard of Oz
Yes.
with the boots underneath the house. I like that reference. I'm glad they did that.
Oh, already?
Man, they're not wasting any time.
White Vision. Uh-oh. Don't do it.
It's not him. It's not him.
Good.
Oh,
no.
easy. Eh. Oh, dang. Oh!
Actual
Yeah!
Vision? Nice.
Vision versus Vision. Awesome.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh, man. Battle Royale. That's how it's done.
Then let's fight for
Cool.
it. Yeah, baby.
Get a fight right at the beginning. Awesome.
Oh, Pietro.
Nice.
So what's his deal?
Oh! Pulling the Thanos move.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
You know, now that I think about it, I feel like Vision is their version of like Martian Manhunter. Very similar type of powers, you know?
Very similar demeanor.
True.
too.
Exactly.
Whoa! Okay, Sorcerer Supreme.
She's more
Dang.
powerful than...
Sorcerer
Oh,
Supreme.
man.
That's insane. Oh, she's like
How do you
freeing
defeat
all of them?
Yeah. How do you defeat Wanda in her own hex, right? Turn all the people, you know, against her, basically, by revealing the truth.
Ralph. Yeah, it says Ralph. It said Ralph on that statement.
So, Agatha recast Ralph and turned him into Quicksilver?
Oh, I guess. Okay, I guess he's out of her control now.
Man. I was really hoping that was going to be Quicksilver.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Not to come back here ever.
Oh,
She's starting to realize what she's done to these people.
Yeah.
That's a cool little thing.
Going to be.
Uh-oh. What's going to happen?
Oh! Oh,
Oh, boy.
boy! Oh, easy now, Wanda. Just let us die.
I will? Oh. I will let you die.
Oh, what's she doing?
Oh, she breaking the hex?
Oh, dang.
Oh,
man,
Well,
she's just gonna.
that's it then.
Oh, they're going in.
Wow, true.
This fight sort of reminds me of Man of Steel when Superman is fighting.
Oh, yeah, Zod.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
because the hex is disintegrating, so is Vision.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see. Oh, okay,
See, look,
wow.
he's starting to come apart. Oh, look at him. He's going all like digital and fractured. Oh, they are
kids.
too.
Save Westview or save your
Oh my gosh.
That's horrible.
Oh, she closed it back up.
Dang.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, and they
my
made
gosh.
it through. Of course.
Gosh.
Of course. Just
Oh, you hear the
Nice.
Avengers music?
nice.
Nice.
I mean, they're all super powerful.
I know,
they could
right?
Probably
They could
handle
take
this,
'em.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta do that to the library, though.
Oh,
I
right.
request elaboration. Yeah.
boys. Handle the military.
Handle the
Boys.
military.
Handle the military.
Okay.
Boys.
Whoa, got him.
Cool. Boys.
Oh.
Super speed.
Oh,
man. So many powers.
Just one thing after the other.
Is it still the ship of Theseus? Second,
Ooh, that's cool.
Okay. Ship of Theseus.
the wood touched by Theseus himself.
I like the philosophy
Yeah.
in this. It makes sense. Vision is not really. He seems more of a cerebral character, right? That's how you would resolve the conflict.
Right.
Your memory storage is not so easily wiped.
Oh, is he gonna restore the original memories of Vision?
I guess
and that's
so.
gonna be Vision.
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
Nice.
He's back, baby.
So see, I was kind of right, right?
Kinda.
Kind of right.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, Wanda,
my
what
God,
you doing?
What is this?
What you doing? Oh, oh
Wait,
my God.
what did I say about the dead mom? Right? Not spot on, but huh? Uh-oh. She bit off more than she could chew.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what this is like? For those of you that watch Naruto, it's kind of like Itachi's Genjutsu. Nerd reference. What is that?
Oh!
The headpiece!
Oh!
The Scarlet Witch headpiece!
Yeah!
Oh,
man,
she
just tackled her.
Yeah, just like Raiden.
That's one way to do it. Oh!
Oh! And Vision.
Oh!
Oh,
just taking it off.
Man.
Nope.
No, buddy. No. Man, she is. I guess she is more powerful than Doctor Strange. That gave me some.
Oh! Look!
What is that?
A rune? Is that a rune?
Oh,
she made the whole room. Just like Agnes's room.
Oh,
she made
man.
the whole room. The whole hex the room. Oh my gosh.
Did not see that
That's
coming.
cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
In a given space,
Yep.
only the witch who cast that
Dang,
Yeah,
girl!
got him. Oh! God.
Do it!
Yeah.
Whoa! Is that what you saw? In the
Yeah,
vision?
maybe. Yeah.
Oh, you see the thing changing?
Whoa!
Look at that costume.
That's awesome. That's what's
That
up.
is cool. Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
That's
Look
so
at her.
Cool. I love the costume.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, not somewhere.
Here.
Here.
Sorry. No, you're not. You're cruel.
Oh man.
This is dark.
Dang.
Wait.
Oh jeez.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, that sounds
Oh man.
That's nuts.
That's dark stuff, man.
So the hex.
Oh, the hex is starting to.
going away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Had a feeling about that. Wow, her and her costume, him and his. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because the kids, remember,
Yeah.
the kids are still tied to it.
So are they gonna go away?
Very proud of you.
Oh, are they saying goodbye to them?
Very. Thanks for choosing me to be a
Come on.
Oh, come on!
Wow.
Don't do that.
Wow. These season finales, man, always gotta tug at the heartstrings. Oh, wow. See, everything's going back to normal.
It's coming.
Wow.
It's coming. Oh, look. Oh, no. Where does she go from here? What does she do?
And what about White Vision? Because he got all his memories back, right? So you'd think he would show up.
I
Sirens.
guess she's gonna get arrested.
Nope.
Guess not. Nope.
No.
Gonna peace out.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Oh
right.
man, with the hood, that looks so cool.
Yeah. Guess she's gonna do some soul searching.
All right, mid-credit scene.
Here we go.
You, Jimmy.
Jimmy. Give him a show. Give him a show.
Jimmy.
Oh, silent theater. Who is in the theater?
Who's it? Oh.
Is that from?
Is she from Captain Marvel?
He'd like to meet.
Maybe there's another one. Let's just check and see. Yeah, there's another one. Okay. Second one.
Number 2.
Here we go.
Oh, is that Wanda?
Yep. Just sitting by herself, contemplating. What the? What the heck? What the heck is that?
Is that her magical version, like reading through the Book of the Damned? What?
Whoa.
The-
What? All right, guys. That was the last episode of
And
WandaVision.
2 credit scenes.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Cool.
that was certainly something.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Gosh.
So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it definitely beat my expectations. My overall impression of the episode was that I felt as if the Scarlet Witch came into her own in this episode because, in my opinion, in the Avengers movies, it was just Wanda Maximoff with powers. It wasn't really Scarlet Witch. But I feel like in this kind of series and this last episode, she became the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Right? With the costume, her powers, the newfound confidence, the knowledge even.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Though I can't really predict what they're going to do with this.
Yeah, I mean, I particularly loved this episode because there was just so much emotion, right? I mean, we had some great fight scenes in the beginning, right? I mean, we'll put the emotion on the side for a second, but just from the beginning, right? It just starts with Wanda and Agatha going at it, and then White Vision comes into the mix, right? And then of course Hayward and his troops come into the mix, and so there's just so much going on at one time. And, on top of that, right, you see Pietro, right, who we now know, unfortunately, is not, actually Pietro. It was Ralph.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I mean, but I think most people kind of saw that
I think
coming.
that was a little bit cruel on their part because I know Disney knows how much everybody loves Quicksilver, especially
Right.
that iteration of Quicksilver.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to do that, I was like, what was the point?
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, look, it was a kind of fun callback to the X-Men movies. But you know what? Just because they didn't do it this time doesn't mean they won't. I mean, I think there was something announced in the last day or two where it's like they're gonna have an X-Men movie, but they're calling it Mutants because X-Men, they don't want to use the X-Men name, so they're gonna call it Mutants instead. So we'll see if anything comes of that.
Yeah.
But at least this was a bit of a tease to see, like, okay, it's obviously on their minds, right?
I'm still disappointed.
I'm a little
by
bitter.
that. Yeah, I'm a
little bitter.
I mean, I love that character.
Yeah.
I love him so much,
Yeah.
and just to be like, oh, guess what? Not really.
Yeah, it would have been cool if at the end it's like, oh no, that's actually him.
Yeah, unless we missed something,
right,
and
right.
that's what happened.
Yeah,
but I don't feel like that's
I
what
don't
happened.
think so because what's her name, Monica, kind of released him, and he was just like, oh wait, don't hurt me.
Right.
So clearly that's not him.
I did like the fight between Vision and White Vision because it started off as kind of like a Superman fight with the laser vision, not laser vision, but like the fighting and stuff. But then it became more cerebral.
Yeah.
And they went to that philosophy stuff, which I
Ship
liked.
of Theseus.
Yeah, Ship of Theseus. I didn't know.
I've
know
never heard of that,
but that's a really
that
cool.
was a very cool. And it happened. They had that talk in a library of all places. I think that
Very
was on
appropriate.
purpose. Yeah.
I like that. I thought that was a different take because here's the thing, in my opinion, right? Whenever you have fights with magic, right? I mean, not that their fight was magic, but when fights can just be fights, right?
Yeah.
It can just be a bunch of action, a bunch of stuff, and eventually somebody wins.
Yeah.
I like it when they take a little different approach and resolve a fight in a different way. I think they did that twice. They did it with White Vision and Vision when he basically restored White Vision's memories.
Right.
I thought that was a good idea. But then also with Agatha and with Scarlet Witch, with Wanda, it wasn't just like a brawl. It was smart,
Yeah.
right? And if you notice, right, even in Doctor Strange, the solution to the fight wasn't just brawling. It was like a smart solution. It was that infinite loop, right?
Yeah, right.
So I always like magic fights better because they always have to be resolved in a different way rather than just brawling.
I mean, if you think about Vision's conversation with White Vision, what you notice is that it's very reminiscent of his conversation with Ultron, because they both times you're kind of asking the question, okay, what am I? What are you and what am I? And the same thing comes up again where White Vision's like, you kind of have a point where you say that you're not actually Vision and I'm not actually Vision.
Yeah.
So who are we? And we're kind of pieces of Vision, which kind of makes us both Vision. And I thought that was a very, because Vision, that's always something he's been constantly asking, and that's something he asks at the end too, right before he gets absorbed by the hexes. What am I? And it's like he was a shadow. He was an amalgamation of Wanda's memory and her grief, right? And
that was interesting because I think that made for a lot more powerful ending than I think, if it was just Vision's alive again. I mean, I guess technically he is, but she connected with that Vision in particular, right? The kids connected with that Vision, and they all kind of became a family. To just wipe them out like that.
Right. I mean, to me, I mean, again, the fight scenes in this were great, of course, but it was the quiet moments of Wanda struggling with, I mean, because there's that one moment where all the townspeople, they kind of crowd around her, and you can see like the conflict on her face because she's not the bad guy, but at the same time she knows that if she lets all this go, right, her kids die or disappear, and so does Vision. And at first she's unwilling to do that, but at the end of the episode, what we see is this heartbreaking scene where, they're kind of tucking the kids into bed. They're saying goodnight and goodbye. And you're just like, oh man, like you want so much for Wanda to just be able to have that, right? Because we see it, right? We see her with the family. We see her just happy, right? And of course it is an illusion, but when she has to say goodbye, it's just like, oh God, that was tough. That was tough.
I mean, one thing I didn't really get the oomph out of was Agatha's defeat, because I wasn't really like riled up against her, like, oh man, she did all this and now she has to go down. In fact, like when Wanda kind of doles out her punishment to Agatha, I was like, this is not really, I don't feel this is completely justified, because it's not like a Thanos or an Ultron where it's like, okay, this guy's got to be taken down, and the punishment's got to be equivalent, right? To me, it was just, okay, this seems almost like Wanda's a little bit almost like anti-hero-ish, where she's not like completely good, where it's like, okay, give her over to the authorities like a Superman would kind of do. This was like, okay, I'm gonna lock you in this kind of infinite loop of punishment. And it was cruel. Like, it wasn't just like, okay, this is I was just like, okay, I get what Agatha did, but I didn't really get the sense that, oh, this warranted that.
Because again, Agatha wasn't the one that made the hex, right? It was Wanda. She just kind of took advantage of it. And I mean, look, granted, she was trying to take Wanda's power, but like, even at that point, like, she could have just put her in like prison or something, right? But this was just like on a whole different level of punishment.
And she wasn't a villain for really that long. Is what, 2 episodes, 3 episodes? So you didn't really get the build up or sense of, okay. And even within those episodes, one episode was just a flashback episode where she was just like, oh, this is what happened. So I was like, okay, I get it, but I wasn't like, oh, this. So basically what that means is I just feel like this is an interesting portrayal of really what's an Avenger, right? Like, she's not really all that good necessarily. She just does what she has to do.
I mean, but again, to me, that's more authentic, because it's like, okay, they're going to be black and white, good and evil. Is it going to be that clear of a line?
I agree.
I don't think so. And with Wanda, right, it's like, she has done a lot of good. And at the end of the day, she did let everybody go. I mean, it was her fault, but she did let everybody go. And, Monica said it, like, they'll never really know what you sacrificed, because she sacrificed Vision and her kids, right? Like, they were as real as could be, right? And it's like they were real, right? They were they weren't. And so when she let them go, right, like it was tough, but she did. She, at the end of the day, that's the choice she made, right? She didn't have to. She could have, just kind of kept it going, but that's the choice she made. And I think that shows that really kind of grounds Wanda, because again, Wanda uses magic, right? And that can be very sort of, all over the place. Magic is like this, sort of ethereal sort of thing.
I guess so.
It's not like Iron Man, who just has like, technology, right? Magic is a whole different animal. And so we see this extremely powerful person having to make these sacrifices. And I think I really liked to see that in this episode, because it's like Wanda, I mean, again, she's so powerful, right? She's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. Yet, we see her so vulnerable at the same time. And one thing I'll say about the punishment with Agatha is Agatha, when she's finally defeated, she's like, you don't know what you've unleashed. And so maybe the punishment, at least part of it, was a little bit of the Scarlet Witch in her being unlocked and unleashed. Because at the end, what do we see? We see this like separate entity of the Scarlet Witch kind of doing its thing. So it's like maybe that's starting to influence her. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a Dark Phoenix type of situation where the Scarlet Witch is going to take over. Because again, maybe it's just me, but throughout the whole thing, I never really felt super sympathetic for Wanda. Because I'm like,
okay.
you know, like, okay, yeah, you have the kids and you have the thing, but you did this, right? And it's not, what is she really sacrificing? Because she did this, right? Like, you know, yeah, Vision's dead and she never had any kids. And then she makes this thing and then she has kids. So then but the price that like, she's not really paying a price necessarily because she brings all these people into this thing. They're against their will, right? And
yeah, but here's the thing though, right? Monica kind of said it because she's like, you know, when Wanda's like, I'm sorry, Monica's like, look, if I had the power that you had,
even still,
right?
Even still.
I'd probably bring back my mom from the dead. And it's like, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't?
No,
right?
but here's the thing. Here's where it stops, right? You can bring back your mom, you can bring back Vision and not enslave people to your will to act out a sitcom.
I mean, again, she did it by accident. She didn't know she was going to do that. It wasn't intentional.
I know, but once she did it, she didn't stop when she understood the people were under her control. So see, but you understand, right? Like, I think you can have multiple kind of interpretations of what's happening. Because again, throughout the whole thing, I never felt like, even at the end with the whole like, you know, the hex is closing. So I was like, okay, I get it.
I disagree.
I mean, the kids part got me, but I was like,
when she's saying goodbye to Vision, you don't feel anything.
No, because White Vision is still there.
Yeah, but this is the Vision she essentially shared a life with, right?
I know, but again,
and it's like, you know, he was there the whole time. He was helping raise the kids.
I get what they're going for, but I think it's intentional, right? Like, because again, every time you feel as if, okay, I understand why Wanda's doing this, she does something where you're like, oh, that's a little going too far, right? Think about every time, you know, like, okay, when Monica first comes, right? And you're like, oh, okay, you kind of you understand, like, you know, she's sad about Pietro and Vision, and then she kicks out Monica, and when Monica comes back in, she fights her again. She's like, yeah, I might be the villain, right? And even with her powers, like, okay, she has the kids, she has Vision. What she does to Agatha is like, oh, okay, that's a little extreme. Because again, I don't feel as if Agatha, I mean, she threatened the kids, obviously, but I just don't feel it. So I think that's a good thing because you don't know where this is going to go. Mm-hmm. Is this going to go dark where she kind of takes the powers too much for her and she has to learn to control it? Or does she just become a good Avenger?
Yeah, because again, who is going to teach her? Right? Mm-hmm. Where is she going to, who's the teacher? Is it going to be Doctor Strange that's going to help her?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I think that it could be that she teeters back to the whole villainous side because, again, you have this chaos magic Scarlet Witch power inside of her that she clearly can't control yet. I mean, she had a moment, but, I mean, something is going on with what we saw at that end scene.
Yeah. Also, there's something else. I mean, let's see if when they mention this is something a little bit different, but did you guys pick up on who Cliff was? I'm
pretty sure that's his name. His name is Cliff.
Who's
Hawkeye?
Right. So they mentioned him. Did we just miss it? Because I remember the only moment I feel like that happened was when Wanda's flying away. Somebody's rolling into town. Yeah. Right? And she looks back like, oh, do I know that person? I feel like that was Hawkeye. But I don't know if we just missed it.
It wasn't that person that was talking to Monica?
No, I know that alien person, that's a Hawkeye.
No, I know that. But because she was somebody that showed up in that town. She wasn't the one riding the motorcycle. maybe. Oh no, she was part of the FBI, right? Or she was posing the FBI.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Yeah,
Okay,
that doesn't make sense. So
yeah, but why wouldn't they show him then?
I don't know. So that's what I'm
That
saying.
doesn't make any sense. It
Exact-
can't be. It shouldn't be him, right? Because why would they? Why wouldn't they just show him?
I don't know, because maybe either they're trying to save him up for the next season or something, or I don't know what's going to happen. But
Where do you even go with the next season? Where is there to go? I don't know. I mean, you think maybe Falcon and what's it called? Falcon and what's Bucky's
Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier. Maybe they're going to pick up from this. Maybe not. I don't know.
But see, but again, I feel like it leaves a lot more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the stuff was answered already, right, in the
Yeah.
previous episode. So it's like, okay, it's good. I mean, it's a cliffhanger, right?
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to leave you.
Yeah.
But the one thing was when you mentioned Cliff, and I think some people might recognize like who that is, right? Unless we're wrong and it's not Hawkeye, but I'm pretty sure it is. Just let us know in the comments below. Did we miss something when it came to Cliff, or was that the guy? Was that him?
Maybe.
Or did he show up another moment? But and also the alien, right? The at the end who's talking to Monica.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Captain Marvel. I'm pretty sure she's from Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I did see Captain Marvel, and even I don't remember who that is or where that's from.
That
So
doesn't surprise
you'll have to let
me.
us. Yeah, you'll have to let us know as well.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, overall, I thought this episode. I personally liked this episode a lot because just I'm a sucker for all the emotional stuff. I loved the goodbye that Wanda and Vision have, that her and the kids have. Seeing her finally come into her Scarlet Witch powers, the whole, making the entire hex into the Room of Runes. That was awesome.
Was a cool touch, yeah.
That was a cool callback. And so kind of putting that all together, I think to me, I mean, this was the longest episode, but I think it had the most stuff in it. And I think it was just jam-packed full of all kinds of cool things with, Vision talking to White Vision and all those little moments like that. So review score-wise, I would say this was my favorite episode because it was the most, I guess, cinematic, and had the most sort of ups and downs.
Yeah.
So I would give this a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Interesting. I would agree. I really enjoyed this episode. It had a lot for me. I liked, the use of the magic. I always love the use of magic. I liked the Vision scene. Brought the kids and their powers in a little bit. It kind of got an Avengers vibe, like a mini Avengers
that was cool.
vibe.
They cued in the music and everything. Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know if it was just me with the after credit stuff. Like, I feel like either you have to just watch like the Marvel movies to understand what's happening in those things, or maybe just I was expecting something bigger from them. But
yeah, I definitely was.
Yeah. Even still, I think it was my favorite episode as well. So I tend to agree. I think I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5 as well.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's our episode. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for joining us on this journey of WandaVision. Cool. We really did enjoy it. I think over the long haul,
it was a good show. Great
it definitely shows a bright future for Disney shows.
Yeah,
the next
good start to the Marvel TV universe.
Exactly,
yeah, I mean, if you don't count Daredevil and those shows, right? I mean, I still think Daredevil is amazing, but that's beside the point.
Right. And the next show we're going to be watching is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so definitely tune in for that. And let us know in the comments below what your scores were. If we missed anything, as always, let us, especially those after credit scenes, let us know what we missed.
Yeah.
Definitely probably a Captain Marvel thing.
I'm ready for a little punch in the face because I'm sure we missed stuff.
Yeah.
So we're used to it by now.
Yeah, but look, we love interacting with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys give us so much knowledge. We love that. We're definitely going to read them. So let us know in the comments.
We don't mind if you tell us, hey, Jeff and Chris, you missed this. That's totally fine.
We're actually excited because we just know, oh, cool. We go back and watch it and we can find all that stuff. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, we will see you guys later.
See you on the next one.